moving on. I got one coming up to you guys. This one's about humans and how much they sleep. I like this one. And it's called Humans Don't Sleep Enough, Just Ask Other Primates. So this study looks at humans and all the other primates and compares our sleep patterns to their patterns. Basically goes through what the hell happened to make us sleep so much less than all these other primates. Some of them are obvious, I think, but still cool to talk about initially. So, most species of primates, John, they get around 9 to 15 hours of shut-eye every day.
God, I fucking wish.
9
I fucking wish.
to 15 hours.
That's insane. I wish. That's all I will say about that.
I wish.
Yep. Go ahead.
So, and humans average around 7. So when they analyzed all the biological factors, they came up with a way to predict how much sleep each species should get and would need to carry out all of its functions compared to what it actually sleeps during the night.
Okay.
And what it found out, all of their predictive measures for the species of the other monkeys were almost all spot on. When they did the same comparative study to humans, they got an average number of 9.55 hours. That would make sense for all the biological processes that go on in our body.
Gotcha.
They came up with the number of around 9.5 hours would make sense for an average adult human.
Huh.
Okay. So moving forward, that one I guess kind of makes sense. People don't sleep enough, right? I mean,
yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
So, but most of the other primates in the study actually slept more than their model predicted. So where we are 2 hours less, all of the primates slept more than their model even predicted. So we're even more skewed in that sense.
Okay.
But let's get into it a little more. The researchers, Charles Nunn of Duke University and David Sampson of the University of Toronto, Mississauga, I think that's how you say that.
I'm pretty sure that's spot on. Yep.
They came up with trying to figure out why. Can we have some reasoning to what happened to our sleep patterns? So they thought, number one, it's when we went from trees to on the ground that our whole sort of relationship with our environment changed, where we introduced new predators who could get us during the night, and we sort of branched away from being able to sleep up in the trees all nice and safe. Number one.
Okay.
And number two, especially in our modern society, all we want to do is teach each other new skills and learn new skills and learn a new game and work and do all these things that humans like to do. So we just don't have time to sleep in our new modern society. Definitely makes sense. So all these things make sense. Humans don't sleep enough. I want to get slightly deeper into it. So as we look at it, when you look at rapid eye movement sleep, that's when you are in a state of deep sleep when your eyes will actually go back and forth really quickly. The scientists were trying to see, did we sacrifice REM sleep? Did we sacrifice non-REM sleep? What's going on with our sleep now that we've sort of chopped it up into what it shouldn't be? Mm-hmm. And what they found is that it's surprising that, here's a quote, it's surprising that non-REM sleep time is so low in humans, but something had to give as we slept less, Newton says. Mm-hmm. So we still have comparative rapid eye movement sleep to our counterpart primates, which makes sense because we know that's a super important part of your sleep that really helps with learning and memory. Mm-hmm. But we don't know a whole lot about non-REM sleep. And that's what we've sacrificed. And that's why they're pushing for more study into non-REM sleep, because they don't know how much it affects memory and what the other factors of getting less non-REM sleep might be. And the trend is that people will be getting less and less non-REM sleep as time goes on.
Right.
So a little bit complicated there, but depending on the type of sleep that we get. But humans as a race have sacrificed their non-REM sleep in order to sleep less to do more shit, basically.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, so this...
I know, a lot to take in
this
there.
This is a lot to take in. This, I think, is a fascinating study because of trying to...
Everyone's up playing Fortnite. Someone said in the chat. Yo, classic.
That's
right
awesome.
There. No time to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My thing with this is like, all right, I really appreciate any effort to try to really zone in on what is the right amount of sleep for the average human. Right?
Like, what should we actually be doing?
Right now we say it's about 8 hours. I think typically, especially here in New York, we get probably less than an average of 8 hours of sleep per night. I would like to sleep more because I love sleeping,
Of course.
and I'll use any excuse to get more sleep. But it's tough for me to understand where all of this comes from when I feel like there's not a whole lot of really good literature on exactly why any creature needs sleep.
Yeah.
What
that's
is
a great
sleeping?
point.
What is dreaming? What does it
What a
actually
great
do
point.
for us, right?
Yeah.
So I really appreciate this research for sure.
But yeah, we really don't know enough about sleep or dreams or that in general. So this is sort of just a comparative study to other animals,
Right.
but you make an awesome point. We really need more sleep research.
I think
it's
back-
amazingly important that we need to know about.
For sure. And yeah, I fully support any research in this
Yeah.
effort, of course. But I think back to the elephants. Remember we covered the
We
elephants
did, and they
a
only
long
sleep
time
for
ago.
like 2 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
They're wild.
And you know, they're mammals. They're not primates, but they're mammals. And
completely different.
yeah, they are always on the move, constantly on the move. And they compared their REM sleep to their non-REM sleep, and it was like just abysmally small. So how do they even survive? You know, if we think it's so necessary, how do they get by?
That's a great point. So they're a massive mammal like us. They don't get any. Yeah, we covered them on another episode, and we said the average time was a little over 2 minutes that they actually spend staying asleep.
Yeah,
And they just live their life on the move from predators.
yeah.
So I would agree. I'm going to look into more sleep and dream studies as we move on.
I want to jump into the chat real quick.
Cool.
Mock Andy says, I wonder if it has something to do with our new intellect. And then he follows that up with, and that we have stuff to do instead of sleeping. Yeah, exactly what you guys said.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
you just got stuff to do. You set an alarm every day, right? You got to wake up.
Could be.
Got to wake up. Got to go to work. No, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Pandas confirmed with Iswan 1993 over there about playing Fortnite. I appreciate that. Can confirm. Evil Pandas then followed that up by saying, "How long of our lifespan is spent sleeping? Isn't it years worth?"
Yeah. And Andy said a good point in chat. He commented back. So we said the average is around 7 for a person. Hopefully you get around 8. So 24 divided by 8 is a third.
Right.
Spend about a third of your life sleeping.
Yeah,
And we really don't know much about it.
right.
So yeah.
So yeah, as Andy says, if you lived about 90 years, then you're sleeping for about 30 of them. That's
And my
wild.
girlfriend's grandfather is turning 96. So he
Mazel
slept
tov.
for over more years than I've been alive.
wow.
Unless he really doesn't sleep a lot, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you're
Wild,
right.
yeah.
You're right. That's crazy.
Hopefully he has a lot of good dreams.
Yeah. Can only hope.
Cool.